Hello out there in YouTube land, welcome to the OK Good Review channel. And it's been a hot minute or two or three or four since it's been just you and I riding together for a video. And so this is a video with a story. So if you're interested in story time, I guess you'll perhaps enjoy this. So this was the living room clock, the family living room clock, when I was growing up. So this was something my parents would have bought in, I'm guessing probably the late 70s, I want to say, maybe early 80s. I think it was more late 70s. I'm not familiar with how, this is a Welby clock. I'm not familiar with how they went to market, but this did come in a set. So it came with this clock, and then there was two little things off to the side with that sort of similar kind of fake wrought iron pattern here. And those had, well, they were supposed to look like, they called them tapers. And I thought they were supposed to be candles, but I never understood the value of those, and I don't know what happened to those. I think the clock stayed up for a while until it stopped working. The other things I think got thrown away or broken or both possibly. So this, I saw this in the garage a number of years ago. My parents had long stopped using it, and I thought all the times when I was younger I would sit and look up at this clock, you know, this, because I was in the living room, maybe reading a book, maybe watching some TV, something, and I'd always, looking at the clock was what was actually kind of my way to gauge, and then I would always try to stay up past the 10 o'clock news to watch. I'd try to get in an episode of MASH, and sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. But so this clock I saw a lot of during those years. And I always thought it was a really cool looking clock. And so anyway, I found it, and the movement is annihilated. We'll get to that in a moment here. I don't understand why my dad, who liked to try to fix stuff a lot of the time, and maybe he did, and I don't know. To my knowledge, I don't think he ever tried to repair this. And so we're going to attempt to do that today. We're going to try to replace the movement. And so we got a pliers here. This is the new movement here. So I could not remember whether it took a AA or AAA of the movement I bought, so I just got one of each. All right, I'll put those off to the side. So I have played with it a little bit, but you can see it is super dirty. Before we get to fixing, I think we're gonna clean it up here. So this is plastic. This is just a sort of, you can see here, a sort of wood finish on plastic. So, you know, all the people telling you about the good old days when they built everything to last, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what time they're referring to, because stuff like this definitely existed in the 70s and 80s. That's where that's the era this is from. So, and we'll see where it was manufactured if it's on there somewhere. And I'm going to be a little rough with it here, just because I haven't repaired it yet, and that movement is trash. So, and I thought I would wait till the video to try to clean it up. But it's been, so I've had it's been sitting in my place for at least 3 years. To give you an idea how timely this is. Boy, this has got stuff all over it. Some of this I don't think I'm gonna be able to clean out. I mean, there's no live spiders in it or anything, so. It's just kind of gnarly. But it's been sitting, it was sitting in a garage. I don't know how long it was sitting in the garage before I brought it back with me on a trip. I don't recall which trip that was, but my father passed away in 2021. So and the place that I grew up was leveled shortly after that. So yeah, it definitely, that would have been the absolute earliest, or the latest rather. So at most it's been sitting since 2021, but I might have brought it back before that. I just don't remember. So, I mean, I guess it's not really too important, but you can see it's got a sort of a wrought iron look to these black pieces. This is all 100% plastic though. This is, I need to try to clean all this stuff out of it. Well, I'm sure to get it as close as we can, and it's better. We're gonna have to live with better, I think, or we're gonna have a really long video of me just cleaning it. Okay, so see it. It is cleaner now. All right, so here's the back. Here's the movement. Movements, you're not supposed to do this. I've loosened it already in advance. See, we've still got more spider webs. Let's get rid of those. Okay. So, man, there's a lot of those. Holy moly. Take all the cobwebs out. I'm going to see here if I can find a date. It looks like there's been some scratches and gouges here. I don't know what that would be from. This is cracked. It's actually broken down here. You can see it's sort of plasticky fiberglass stuff, and it's just painted on the front. You can see it's very clearly plastic back here. Where is, do we have, I wonder if we have anything like that on here. Any sort of manufacturing information maybe? Okay, well, I guess I might have to, there's nothing. I might have to do some looking, and I'll put that information in the, so many spider webs, oh my gosh. I will put that information in the description if I'm able to find any information as to when this might have been manufactured. It did take a C-cell battery though. That's kind of interesting. And is there a timestamp? Let's see. On the actual movement, I don't see one. Oh, a lot of this is just gone. A lot of the the outside of the movement and whatnot. Is there anything on the front? We just got Welby. We've got a little bit of scratched up face. These are bent. So somebody actually tried to remove this, and I think what happened is maybe my dad couldn't figure out how to get the hands off, or whoever tried to fix it. And it might not have been him, I don't know. And they bent the hands because they, oh my gosh, somebody. Can't get out of there. they didn't notice that there was a very, very tiny nut on there holding that on. Why is so much stuff in here? Oh, I have to clean this entire table after this. Okay, I'm just gonna look one last time. I don't see any dates or times or anything. So, okay, so one of the things that when we loosen this up, the space actually moves. We're gonna have to reorient it, but let's actually finish taking this apart. So there's a nut. Let me close in so you guys can see it. You see there's a, oops, here we go. You see there's a nut right here on the top. So we have to unscrew this all the way. I'm gonna have to hold the movement, I think, while I do that. Yeah. So you can see there's the threads. There's the nut right there. Yeah, there it is. You can see it now. Tiny. So we're gonna take this one. I don't remember if it came with the second hand or not. You can see this is bent. Let's back that out. All right, so you can see this is bent. We'll have to fix that. I want to keep the same hands. And this is the hour hand. This one is slightly bent. Here's one of the other nuts. And there goes the movement. And let's take, so here's the face. Face looks like it is, it looks a little bit bent, but I don't think it, maybe it actually isn't. Well, let's try it on a flat. So you can see it sits flat on the table, so maybe not. Okay, let's look at this. This is actually peeling away here. I don't know if I can fix that actually, because I think this is some sort of particle thing. Let's just see. You can see where the face was is a darker black. Let's see if we can. It's like almost got a sort of suede thing on it. Let's just see if we can. I don't even know how to get behind that to put glue in there. I mean, I guess I could try to super glue it, but maybe I'll do that. Let me go grab some super glue. So I prefer the gel. This is all I have is liquid today. Let's just see if we can. We need a lifter. Get a knife here. See if we can. Ooh, I don't know about this. I'll shoot some in there and see what happens. Yeah, it doesn't seem like that's. I would almost need something really weighted. I'm gonna throw some more in here anyway, though, just to see what happens. Might be a little bit better over here in this corner. Alright, so I'm going to try to edit this so that I'm not just eating up endless amounts of time. It's really wild that you can tell this is from a long time ago because you don't really see C-cell anything anymore. Like I see occasional D-cell stuff, I see occasional 9-volt stuff. Mostly it is double and AAA. Or those little tiny, we used to call them hearing aid batteries. The little tiny ones, those get used a lot also. I'm thinking about taking pledge to this, but I'm a little nervous that if I do, it's just going to collect more dust. Okay, so that one actually stayed down. Let's, oh, well, it did. It did stay down until I took the pressure off of it. That's better, I guess. Here, let's pour some more of that in here. Okay, well, that's about as good as that's gonna get. I'm done doing that. Okay, so there's the old movement, and there's the spiders, whatever that is. Okay, so this you can see is the bump stop where it would go on the wall. This one has a ring, so this is what you're supposed to hang it by because this will extend out past the bump. You can see there's a chunk missing. This thing is old. Look at so let me show you this. All right, so we'll keep this. Here is the new movement, and you can see it has got a gold second hand that somehow got bent. I might. Well, I put the second hand on. I don't know. I might. I want to try to use the minute hands if at all possible. Let's see if we can just straighten out this minute hand a little bit here. Make it straighter. And the hour hand, we need to do just the same. Okay. There. Okay. But look at how big. So this is the new movement. This is the old one. Look at how big this thing. This is mammoth. And very, very, very broken. All right, so this takes a, is it double? Yeah, I think it's double. Yeah, it's double. Okay, so the AA. All right, and we've got stuff in here. Let's take a look at that. So let's so one of the interesting things about this is, so you can see the minute hands. I'm a little curious to see, ooh, those holes don't line up. That's not good. Well, we're gonna try, it's almost the same pattern though. Look at that. That's kind of wild. We are going to try to use the new one regardless. So we have a, okay, we got this. We'll probably use that actually. Oh, and there's a screw here. So I need to go get my small screw kit because I think it screws in the front of this. Alright, so let's figure out how these stupid things actually work. So we have the brass washer. Okay, so it wants, okay, so it wants something different here. Ooh, is this gonna stick out enough though? All right, so we might need to put a different hanger on this actually. Let's see, what if I go with that? Okay, so we are going to use the old one. Alright, I'm going to have to move you guys to the side here so I can get a little bit of working space here. It does have another tiny one. Boy, why am I make clumsy mitts? I don't know how well this is going to work. Alright, so we need to... okay. Alright, I need to put this on. Put it, oh, we gotta make it right at 12 o'clock. Is it pretty close to, yeah, it's pretty close to dead on. Alright. I throw on the washer. We throw on this nut. Oh, come on. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. We need to get our, boy, I hope this is actually able to, hope you guys can see all this. This is more delicate than I had expected. It's just kind of one of those projects you throw in on and say, let's see what happens. Hopefully this movement works, but if not, I guess I'll have to get another and I can try again now that I know how it goes. You can see there's tracings actually in this plate. So somebody attempted to do this very thing that I'm doing now to loosen the nut on the bottom. That's funny.
I'm not the one scratching it, it's already there. Nice. Well played. Oh man, this is challenging here. Okay, let me take a look here at the back, make sure we're not all off kilter, and we are. You can see we want that to be at the top, we want that to be there. Okay, let's finish it off. Okay. All right, this is. It's still slightly loose. I don't know if I can tighten it more than that though. I'm gonna try off camera here just for a second here. I think my awkward position is just not helping. Nor is honestly trying to do this with the pliers. Okay. We got a couple more turns out of it. It is at least better now. Okay, so what do we got next? Okay, so we want the hour hand. Where's the hour hand? Will the hour hand? So here's the 2 hour hands. I think this one will actually work. So we'll try it. Alright. It says not to over tighten. Well, I don't think I did, because you can still move it a little bit. Okay, so let's see here. We need to do, I wonder what the screw is for. So there is a second hand. Maybe we'll throw that on too. Okay, so here's the minute hand. Very uncooperative. Okay, it goes like this. Is it keywed? What? I need to get a little closer here, see what's going on. Oh, there is a keyway. I see. I see. Okay. There. Alright. So the keyway, you need to be at. Ooh. Okay, so when we tighten that up, that should straighten that out. You can see it's laying down at the moment. Okay, as you can see there, now they can freely move independent of each other, and we have them both at there. And here's the problem with putting a gold second hand on here. Am I going to actually be able to see it? I'll leave it on, I guess. Why not? Okay. I might be throwing that out though. Okie dokie. So let's throw a battery in this bad mamma jamma. Alright, we have movement. Uh-oh. Oh no. We have a loose minute hand, do we? Let's see here. This is meant to sit like so. Let's see. Okay, let's see if we can play around with this. Where is that? So I mean, they're not catching at each other. I guess that's good. Or are they? Oh, that one is. Oh, are you really? Yeah, you are. Okay, we got to fix that. So let's do that. Okay, let's see if we got it this time. It seems like this is definitely a lot less flexy. This could actually come back a little bit. I tore my gloves doing this, so that way works fine. So yeah, we're in good shape here. Nothing catches. And set up for 12:05. Which is coincidentally roughly the time I'm doing this. So it's honestly a little surreal seeing this clock brought back to life. I wasn't expecting that. Let's see, is this centered exactly? It looks like it's off just a tad. Can we fix it? There. It is surreal. And like I was saying, I don't really have a need for another clock. I've got no shortage of clocks. Now I have the now I have to figure out where to put it. I don't have a space for this. And I mean, this is you can see it's like still like super dirty. It's pretty hammered. I don't know that even any of my siblings are gonna be interested in this, but it does work again. It has been brought back to life. So yeah, that was kind of cool. Hopefully you guys dug looking at this. Hopefully you learned something. With a lot of these things, this one happened to come with instructions for putting the movement in there, but getting it off was actually the hard part. Once I figured out how to actually disassemble the old one, the rest of it wasn't bad. But man, I mean, you can see this poor thing's just taking a beating. But I always did like this clock, and kind of weathered minute hands a little bit. Just kind of, I don't know. It's I wasn't quite expecting this. It's kind of it's kind of interesting, and then watching how. Like it's moving the minute hand as it moves the second hand. That's kind of wild. It actually is going a little fast. So why don't you slow down? Well, yeah. So hopefully you guys dug the look at bringing back a. This is it's at least 40 years old, if not more, probably more. Kind of bringing this clock back into life again, and just it's wild, even with the new gold hand and the two old black ones. Neat. But yeah, if you guys did, please give us the old thumbs up, hit the red subscribe button if you have not done so already, guys. If there is a blue bell and comments available and you care to leave any of those, please feel free to do that. And of course, there is most of our stuff that formerly was on Twitter, such as display shots and so on, is now on our community tab right here on YouTube. Check that out if you want to. But yeah, one last time, we replaced the movement in a Welby clock, and like I said, I'll try to chase down the model and the year and put that in the description down below so you guys can get a better feel for it. But yeah, hopefully you guys dug it, and we'll see y'all for the next one. Bye-bye.